We were taught and programmed from a young age, brainwashed, into listening to authority like your teachers, your parents, and really anybody older than you. Hello and welcome. I honestly just want to hop right in, and I first wanted to start off sharing about my experience with IIN. As you guys probably already know, I was certified as a health coach in 2020. I initially made the decision to get certified with IIN when I had just lost my job, and personally, it was the best decision I ever made just because I was very lost and I honestly did need some sort of program or education to help me broaden my horizons and help me see what it really is out there and what's possible in my life. I know most of you guys know my full experience with IIN, my full story, so I don't want to bore you, and I will share more of my journey towards the end of the video. But when it comes to answering all of your burning questions about IIN, I'm going to be brutally honest. But before I jump into those questions, I first wanted to answer just some of the basic ones that people want answered when it comes to the program, how long it is, how many modules, if it's easy, if it's hard. I'm gonna go over that first, and then we're gonna dive into the good stuff. Number one, how long is the entire program? You can choose to either do a 6-month program or a full year. It really just depends on your life and how much time and effort you're willing to put into the program, and really just what seems realistic for you. Number two, is the 6-month program too rushed or was it hard to complete? Personally, I had a really easy time with the 6-month program. I felt like I had plenty of time to go through all of the modules and learn all of the information and really digest it. I was really excited to jump into the work every day, and I was learning a lot. It really just didn't feel like a school experience because I've always had a really bad time an experience with school and stuff. I was never a fan of college or school of any sort. So when I started with IIN, I was like, this is so different than what I'm usually used to. I usually am never interested in what I'm learning, and it just feels like schoolwork. But for this program, it's very different. Number three, how many modules are there? There's 40 modules total, I believe. It could have changed by the time I graduated, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 40 modules. Number four, are the teachers that legit? There are some amazing teachers, to name a few: Deepak Chopra, Melissa Wood, Gabby Bernstein, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Weil, Frank Lipman, Sahara Rose. The list literally goes on, and you're just gonna be so amazed when you see who your teachers are. Number five, what do you actually learn inside the coaching program? You learn topics ranging from integrative nutrition, functional medicine, nutrition science, wellness practices, personal development, coaching methods, and business building tips, marketing. There's honestly a wide range of topics you're gonna cover inside the program. It's pretty in-depth. Inside the program, they basically break it down from primary food and secondary food. Primary food are the things that impact your health, like exercise, spirituality, your career, and relationships. I think I got all of those. That's like honestly all of them more condensed, but there is a little bit more that goes into that. And the secondary food is the deep dive into nutrition. Number six, is the program all online? Yes, it is all online. All right, now we're gonna get into the juicy questions. And like I said, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you guys and give you my honest opinion on all of these questions, and they're questions that most of you have, and not many people want to answer them honestly. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, so here we go. Number one, what sets IIN apart from the rest of every other certification program? IIN has actually been around the longest compared to other coaching programs, and something that's actually really interesting is that other coaching programs that you see online are actually founded by IIN graduates. And also, after talking to other people that have taken other types of health coaching programs, they found that IIN's program was the most comprehensive, and it was more structured and organized, and they felt like the learning experience was a lot better compared to the other programs that they had taken previously. IIN's program is basically at your own pace, which means that literally anybody can access it and take the program and become successful with completing all the coursework, because it's basically at your own time. But towards the end of the program, you do have a deadline. Obviously, you should complete all your coursework. Don't take too long to complete everything. And lastly, their coaching program is the only one that is offered in Spanish, so I think that's awesome, and I'm really excited to see all the other languages that IIN is able to create it in as well. Number 2, is it possible to take this program as a full-time student, full-time mom, or a full-time worker? 1000% yes. I think that anybody is capable of going through the program and being successful and having plenty of time to complete everything. Like I mentioned before, you have an option of choosing a year or a 6-month option. So it really just depends on your schedule, what you personally feel like would work for you. If you have any further questions or concerns about that, let me know in the comments and I will definitely answer them for you. All right, so I'm going to dive into some more controversial questions. Like I said, I'm gonna be brutally honest. So if these answers offend you or ruffle your feathers, I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest. Number 3, am I going to feel 100% confident in starting my coaching business right after I graduate? What I have learned over the last several years is that nobody starts anything as an expert. You will never start something brand new as a very confident expert. You really do have to be hands-on and start working at it to really feel confident. So for example, think of nurses and their first day on the job. Obviously they went to medical school and they learned a ton and they have plenty of knowledge, but that first day is always gonna be nerve-wracking and you're never gonna feel ready. This goes the same for new business graduates. How many of you know somebody that just graduated college, they have a business degree, and they literally have nowhere to use it or even the first steps to take in building a business? And they just had all this extensive training on business and marketing and all of that, but they don't know the first step to take and they're probably a little nervous. The list of examples of that could literally go on, but point blank is that you are not going to be confident as a beginner at anything. Regardless of how long you've trained for something, you are always going to be a little bit nervous and not 100% ready until you actually take the first hard few steps to pursue and get that practice. Starting something new can be really challenging and scary, but I promise that if you continue to push yourself out of your comfort zone consistently, it really does get easier and it comes more naturally as time goes on. Thinking back to when I first started coaching, I was literally terrified. I had just spent so much time learning about nutrition and personal development and spirituality and building a business, and I was still really scared to take the first step. There was major imposter syndrome, and it wasn't until my first few clients I really started feeling that confidence come through. And obviously seeing clients' results, that was also like a confirmation, like, okay, you know what you're doing, you're on the right path, and that confidence will slowly build. Number 4, does IIN really give you all the tools you need to start a business? In my opinion, yes, but I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like IIN gives you all of the basic tools and help you need to get started building your business. They provide you with professional contracts, financial contracts, agreement forms, a variety of handouts that you can give your clients. They also provide you with a free website builder once you're finished with the program, which honestly I think is a really great deal, especially if you know zero about building a website. I can't remember the name of the platform that they use specifically, but I did start the journey of building a website through it, and it honestly was really simple. So if you're just starting out and you don't really know the first step to take and you just want to get a website up and quick, they do provide you with that. They also provide you with marketing advice, marketing content, different things that you can promote on your social media. They also offer you templates, like email templates to send out your clients, and honestly a whole lot more that I wasn't really expecting. They also have this like hotline where you can call like a faculty member and they will help you if you have any questions, like specific questions that you're like needing massive help on. Most of us are very comfortable having a manager or a boss, and most of us, that's all we've ever known our entire lives. And with that said, we are very used to having somebody there to direct us and tell us exactly what to do. We were taught and programmed from a young age, brainwashed, into listening to authority like your teachers, your parents, and really anybody older than you, or just anybody of authority. Obviously, children do need guidance, so I'm not saying that we should just let kids and people in general run around wildly, but I am saying that we were programmed into listening to someone and having someone tell us what to do. There's an old quote by John D. Rockefeller that really stuck with me, and personally it has always rubbed me the wrong way. and kind of enlightened me on my journey ahead. And the quote goes, "I don't want a nation full of thinkers, I want a nation full of workers." There's a whole lot we can unpack with that, but with all of that said, when it comes to building out any type of business, nobody's gonna hold your hand through the entire process. We have been trained and ingrained from a very young age to obey and to listen to people and to basically become a worker. So since we've been programmed into becoming workers, we are so used to having someone guide us and hold our hand the entire time. And looking back into when I did have a job where I had a boss, it was really simple. I had somebody telling me what to do every single day and I didn't have to think about anything. With all of that said, literally nobody is going to hold your hand through the process of building a business. And that goes for any business in general. Building a business really does require trial and error and becoming a problem solver and pure dedication and just not giving up. Number 5, why do some IIN graduates feel like they didn't get the right type of business advice to get started? And also, why do some feel like they didn't have full support in that process? These are some of the common themes I see with these IIN graduates and just what I've seen and heard. They automatically assumed that success was gonna happen the minute that they graduated and that it was just gonna happen easily and effortlessly. Like I said, nothing comes easy, especially when it comes to building a business. You're gonna have to put in a lot of time and effort. And if you're really passionate about something, it's going to be an enjoyable experience. I also found that these same graduates didn't put in a lot of time and effort in completing all of the coursework. Obviously, when it comes to taking any program or being in school, you have to study the material in order to take it to the next level. Another issue that I have been commonly seeing is that there is no initiative taken in creating free, valuable content for people to take in. And in doing so, obviously, you're going to meet new people, build new connections, have new relationships. And if you don't take the time to do that, building connections, success isn't gonna happen and clients aren't gonna just automatically reach out to you and wanna work with you. Just reaching out to people and messaging them really doesn't cut it unless you have some credibility or valuable content to share. That way they see like, oh wow, you know, this person has a lot of great information and I would love to work with them. If you don't have anything to back that up, no one's really going to want to work with you. They also didn't realize that IIN's program doesn't just go into nutrition, but it also goes into spirituality, career, relationships, personal development, all the other factors that do have a huge impact on our health. So, you know, a lot of them didn't really know about that going into it. Personally, I think that's a bonus because after learning about how much all of those things impact our health, you can learn a ton about nutrition, but learning about mindset and personal development, I think is so important and so vital when it comes to helping your clients reach their goals and stay accountable and actually stay consistent. So I think their holistic approach is amazing and I think it's great that they added it. This is another very common one and it's actually taking an initiative to learn how to create your own things in the back end. So yes, IIN does offer you basic advice and they give you certain tools you need to start your business. They're not gonna teach you how to create a Google form or hold your hand while you create a website or teach you how to do taxes. Like they're not gonna teach you all of those things. Now that I'm thinking about it, they do actually teach you a little bit about taxes towards the end of the program. But anyways, it's almost impossible to have them teach you everything you need to know about business. It's really kind of just, they give you the basics and you have to take the initiative to dive deeper into these things. Go on YouTube or search on Google, like how do I make a Google form? How do I make a Facebook page? Like there's so many things that we have access to now and there's really no excuse. And lastly, I feel like the biggest reason that people don't find success with IIN is that instead of being introspective and self-aware and responsible for their own success, they instead just want to blame IIN for their lack of success. The only issue with that is that there are a ton of successful IIN graduates. And that's proof right there that if someone can go through the same journey as you and be successful, then you can too. Number 5, what other job opportunities can I take after getting certified? There's honestly a few things you can do. You can obviously become a health coach and run your own business, or you can work alongside a functional doctor or somebody in the medical field and work with their patient on the side. A lot of times doctors are on a tight schedule. They don't have time to give their clients nutrition advice and making sure that they're staying on top of things. So that's where you come in, and you basically can hold the clients or the patients accountable. You can be a health coach for different wellness centers, retreats, gyms, spas. You know, health coaches are needed out there. You can open your own wellness center, your own retreat center, your own gym, your own spa. You can create your own products in the food industry, in the beauty industry, or you can create supplements. You can create a podcast. You can become a full-time content creator. I don't know how many people I've seen that graduated from IIN and are now full-time content creators, influencers, and they're super successful. You can also write your own books, like cookbooks, self-help books, how-to guides, how-to books. There's literally, the opportunities are endless. Number 6, what does health coaching actually look like, and can it actually provide a positive income? It's going to look differently for every single health coach. For me personally, I meet with my clients twice a month. I hold them on a 2 to 3 month container. I know in IIN they want you to do, I believe, a 6-month container with your clients. So it's really up to you what you feel comfortable doing. I feel for me, a 2-month to 3-month container works perfectly. So basically within our calls, we will set goals together. We'll be working through some challenges, being a good listener and offering advice when it's needed. You'll be encouraging them, helping them come to their own inner knowing. If I'm being honest, health coaching does not feel like a job for me because I really do enjoy talking to people and connecting and honestly making new friends. I feel like a lot of my clients end up becoming good friends of mine, and I honestly love it. And you really do feel just lit up after every call, and that's why I just love it so much. And I've honestly never had a job like that, because helping people find their own inner light, it's seriously unmatched. And just seeing people take control of their life and completely change it, it's such an incredible experience. It's literally priceless, and if you ever get the opportunity to do it, it's very, very rewarding, and it just feels really good. When it comes to income, yes, you can 100% make a living off of health coaching. Will success come instantly overnight? No. But if you have a pure intention and you're passionate about holistic health and helping people see that inner light, success is inevitable. And if you really persevere and continue trying at it, pure intentions will always prevail, and I promise if you work hard enough at something, you will become successful. Number 7, how often do I actually have to coach per day to make a decent income? With that, it really depends on how much you plan on charging. I don't know what your bills look like. I don't know how much you pay for rent and how much food costs for you. But personally, when I first started coaching, I charged a very low price, and that was just because I was still learning, wanting to get the hang of things. But since I have more experience and I feel more confident with the knowledge I have and the results that I'm able to help people get out of working with me, I do charge a more decent price and a price that works good for me. A lot of other coaches look at my prices and think I don't charge enough, but for me, it works well, and I honestly do want to make coaching and wellness more accessible for a lot of people. So you will never find me charging an exaggerated amount. So it really just depends on you and what you feel comfortable doing. But with that said, I wanted to kind of paint a picture for you to kind of see how much you can charge and how much, you know, you can make from it, and how many clients you would need to make a decent amount. And again, this is just a random amount, so if you feel more comfortable charging more or less, that's totally up to you. So for example, if you start off charging $70 to $100 per session, which is basically $70 to $100 an hour, and you have your client on a 3-month bi-weekly container, you will make between $420 to $600 per client. So that's just kind of a breakdown of how you could shift and create your own course or your own coaching program. Over time, you can obviously charge a lot more, and When you do charge a lot more, you get higher value clients and you're able to devote a lot more time to each client. Number 8, do I have to pick a niche? And if so, does IIN help you explore that? Also, this person asked, what is your niche? If you would have asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have said, yes, you absolutely need to pick a niche. But now my answer has changed. And that's because from experience, I felt like picking a specific niche was extremely limiting for me. When I first started off coaching, I kind of just marketed myself as an acne coach, but looking ahead into the future, I didn't want to just be known as the acne coach or the acne girl. So with that said, I feel like most of our power lies within our own challenges that we have had and that we have successfully solved. So for me, the reason I wanted to pursue just acne coaching was because that was something that I was able to heal myself of. Same with balancing out my hormones and successfully getting off birth control. But with all of that said, I've also struggled with weight fluctuation, anxiety, people pleasing, not feeling like I even have a purpose on earth at all. So after taking an account of all of those things, I realized that I really did want to help guide people through those same challenges as well. So now I guess I could say all of those things are a part of my niche. You may be thinking, Taylor, acne and people pleasing have literally nothing in common, but shockingly, there are a lot of connections and my clients will agree. Like I said, it's a holistic approach. Focusing on one specific thing kind of limits you and can hinder the healing process. So really taking a look at your life as a whole is so important. Over time, you are gonna develop your ideal client. For example, if you are somebody that want to coach other women that are going through postpartum and depression, you obviously won't be on the market to work with young women that don't have kids and don't plan on having kids. Number 9, will this program help me further my current health and fitness career? Yes, you really do get a ton of valuable information throughout this program, and from all of that, you're going to become a very confident, more well-rounded leader in fitness, health. Maybe you're a fitness trainer or a yoga teacher, or really any health or wellness field you are in. Number 10, do I have to become a content creator to become successful? Short answer, no. But if you do plan on building your own personal coaching business and you do not plan on working under anybody else, then I would say yes. In reality, you could definitely leave flyers or business cards around your town in smoothie shops or coffee shops to kind of get the word out. But personally, you're gonna reach a bigger variety of people and make a bigger impact when you share yourself on social media. And obviously you have access to a bigger audience on online and social media. So it's a yes and a no. But personally, I do think content is so important and it's been the biggest catalyst in my own journey. I'm also thinking about making a little masterclass for people that are wanting to start creating content. Maybe you don't know what the first step to take when you make content, or maybe you're afraid to talk on camera. I've been thinking about making a masterclass about that. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Moving on to our last question. Number 11, is IIN really worth it in terms of curriculum, time, and cost? To me, IIN was worth every minute of my time, every penny that I spent, because it truly changed the trajectory of my life. And I really don't think I would be in the spot I am today without enrolling into the program. I'm honestly just immensely grateful that I made the leap to invest in myself, and I wouldn't have done anything differently. So with all of that said, IIN is an investment, and because of that, I want to offer you a 20% discount, which is literally massive. I wish I had that discount when I first enrolled. You can receive that discount by clicking the link below, and it will take you to a free sample class so you can kind of see if it's aligned, see if it really feels good. And because I wanted to take a step further and make sure all of my referrals and people that I've inspired to take the program feel really secure and supported in the program and moving ahead building their own business, I'm planning on opening a Instagram chat or a Facebook group, I haven't decided yet, with the group of people that I've inspired to enroll. And in that container, obviously you guys will have my support. I'll be there helping you with whatever you need. I'll be answering any questions you have. And within that container, I plan on doing free monthly live calls where we will be talking about a variety of things, business. You guys will obviously have the opportunity to ask me anything. If you guys are having struggles building out your website, or maybe you're in the course of the program and things just don't make sense, I'm here to support you with that. I also have the intention of creating this group for you to practice coaching. I think that was like a huge vital part when I first started, was practicing with other people, with other coaches, and just getting comfortable with it. So that's also something I want to have within the group. So if you are feeling like it's aligned for you to go down the path of holistic healing and health coaching, and this program just really just ignites something in you and it just feels right, click the link below and check out the sample class. Obviously there's no strings attached. You don't have to commit to anything. It's just a free sample class. And with that same link, you will be getting a 20% discount if you do decide to enroll. I also wanted to add that if there was any specific questions that I left out, please leave them in the comments and I will answer them. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you guys enjoyed this video and if I was able to shed some light and bring you some value, subscribe to my channel, like the video. It really does help me out a lot. I've been having a blast making YouTube videos, so I plan on doing it a lot more. I'm planning on doing them once a week, so if you're enjoying them, please help me and support my channel. It really does mean a lot to me when I read your comments. So I love you guys and I hope you guys have a beautiful week.